The Rubik's Cube. It looks so simple. A colorful puzzle that has fascinated millions around the world since its invention in 1974 by Erno Rubik. At first glance, it seems like just a toy, but it holds a world of complexity within its 54 squares. Just twist and turn, right? The goal is to make each face of the cube a single color. But as anyone who has tried it knows, it's not as easy as it looks. But then it gets all mixed up. The more you twist, the more it seems impossible to solve. It's easy to feel frustrated and give up. Don't worry, solving it is easier than you think. With the right method, anyone can solve the Rubik's Cube. It's all about understanding the steps and practicing them. We will use the cfop method. This method is popular among speedcubers because it is efficient and relatively easy to learn. cfop stands for cross, F2L, OL, and PLL. Each of these steps breaks down the process of solving the cube into manageable parts. These are the steps to solve the cube like a pro. First, we create a cross on one face of the cube. This sets the foundation for the rest of the solve. cfop might sound complicated, but it breaks the puzzle into smaller, manageable parts. By focusing on one step at a time, you can make steady progress. We start with the cross, aligning the edge pieces with the center pieces to form a plus sign on one face. Then we move on to F2L, which stands for first two layers. This step involves solving the first two layers of the cube simultaneously. Next is all, or orientation of the last layer, where we orient all the pieces of the last layer so that the top face is a single color. Finally, we have PLL, or permutation of the last layer, where we move the pieces of the last layer into their correct positions. Each step builds upon the last, guiding you to a solved cube. By following these steps, you can systematically solve the Rubik's Cube without getting lost or confused. This method is popular because it is easy to learn and very fast. Many world record holders use cfop to achieve their incredible solve times. With practice, you can solve the cube in seconds. Speedcubing is a thrilling hobby that combines dexterity, memory, and problem-solving skills. Are you ready? Let's begin. Grab your Rubik's Cube and follow along as we dive into the cfop method step by step. With patience and practice, you'll be solving the cube in no time. Our journey starts with the cross. The cross is the foundation of solving the Rubik's Cube, and mastering it is the first step to success. It might seem simple, but it lays the groundwork for more complex moves later on. Choose a color to be your base. Most people start with white because it's easier to see and work with, but you can choose any color you prefer. The important thing is to be consistent. White is common for beginners. Starting with white helps you get accustomed to the process, and makes it easier to follow along with tutorials and guides. The goal is to get all the edge pieces with white on them to match the white center and form a cross. This means aligning the white edge pieces with the white centerpiece, creating a plus sign or cross shape. Look for a white edge piece. These pieces have one white sticker and another sticker of a different color. Finding these pieces is the first step in forming the cross. Where does it need to go? Identify the correct position for the white edge piece. It should be placed between the white center and the center of the adjacent color. With a few twists and turns, you can position it correctly. Sometimes it might take a bit of maneuvering, but with practice you'll get faster and more accurate. Remember, the white sticker on the edge must match the white center and the side center it touches. This alignment is crucial for forming a perfect cross. Repeat this for all four white edges. Each edge piece needs to be correctly positioned to complete the cross. Take your time and ensure each piece is in the right place. It might seem tricky at first, but you'll get the hang of it. Don't get discouraged if it takes a few tries. Every expert was once a beginner. Keep practicing, and soon you'll be forming the cross without even thinking. Practice makes perfect, and with time, you'll be able to solve the cross effortlessly, paving the way for more advanced techniques. With the cross complete, it's time for F2L, or first two layers. This is where the real fun begins, as we start to see the cube take shape more fully. The F2L stage is crucial because it sets the foundation for the final layers. By solving the first two layers simultaneously, we save a lot of time compared to solving them one by one. We now solve the first two layers of the cube simultaneously. This method is more efficient and is used by speedcubers around the world. It might seem complex at first, but with practice, it becomes second nature. This involves pairing corner and edge pieces and moving them to their correct positions. The key is to find pairs that belong together, and then insert them into the correct slots without disturbing the already solved parts of the cube. Find a corner piece in the bottom layer that matches the colors of your solved cross. This piece will be part of the pair you need to solve. Look for the corner piece that has two colors matching the sides of the cross. Find its matching edge piece. This edge piece will have the same two colors as the corner piece you just identified. Together, they form a pair that needs to be inserted into the first two layers. Now, using specific sequences of moves, you can insert them into their slots in the first two layers. These sequences are known as algorithms, and they are designed to move the pieces into place without disrupting the rest of the cube. There are many algorithms, sequences of moves, for F2L, but don't worry about memorizing them all at once. Start with a few basic ones that are easy to remember and practice them until you can perform them without thinking. Start with a few basic ones and practice. As you become more comfortable with these, you can gradually add more algorithms to your repertoire. The more algorithms you know, the more efficient your solving will become. As you improve, you can learn more advanced algorithms to become faster. Speed cubing is all about efficiency and practice. The more you practice, the faster you will get. Remember, every expert was once a beginner. Keep practicing and soon you'll be solving the Rubik's Cube with ease and speed. The top layer is our next target. In OL, or orientation of the last layer, we make the entire top face yellow, or your chosen base color. This step can seem intimidating, but it's easier than it looks. We use specific algorithms to manipulate the top layer pieces without messing up the bottom two layers. There are 57 different cases in OL, each with its own algorithm. Don't worry, you don't need to learn them all at once. Begin with the 2-look-all method, which breaks down the process into 2 easier steps. As you get comfortable, you can start learning individual OL algorithms. The last step is PLL, or permutation of the last layer. We now have all the colors on the correct faces, but they may not be in the right order. PLL is about putting the final pieces of the puzzle in place. Like OL, PLL has specific algorithms for different cases. There are 21 cases in total. Again, start with a few basic algorithms and gradually learn more as you progress. With practice, you'll be able to recognize the PLL cases quickly and execute the algorithm smoothly, solving the cube in no time. Practice makes perfect. Learning cfop takes time and effort. Don't get discouraged if you don't get it right away. Practice consistently, and you will see improvement. Start by practicing each step separately. Once you are comfortable with one step, move on to the next. When you can do all the steps, put them together. Use online resources and videos to help you visualize the algorithms. There are many helpful tutorials available. Practice with a timer to track your progress and identify areas for improvement. Most importantly, have fun. The joy of solving the Rubik's Cube is more than just memorizing algorithms. It's about problem solving, spatial reasoning, and hand-eye coordination. It's a mental workout that's both challenging and rewarding. As you get better, you'll develop a deeper understanding of the cube's mechanics. You'll start to see patterns and connections you didn't notice before. The sense of accomplishment when you finally solve the cube is unbeatable. The Rubik's Cube has a vibrant and welcoming community. Connect with other cubers online or at competitions. Share tips, learn new techniques, and challenge yourself. Attending competitions is a great way to meet fellow enthusiasts and experience the excitement of speed cubing firsthand. Don't be afraid to participate even if you're a beginner. Everyone starts somewhere and the cubing community is incredibly supportive. Congratulations, you're on your way to mastering the Rubik's Cube with the cfop method. With practice and dedication, you can achieve incredible speed and efficiency. cfop is a journey of continuous learning and improvement. As you become more experienced, you can explore advanced techniques like finger tricks and look ahead to further enhance your solving speed. So, keep practicing, have fun, and embrace the challenge of the Rubik's Cube. The world of cubing awaits.